Hey, just want to let you guys know the following video that you're about to see has not been edited in any way, shape, or form. I wanted to make sure that every one of you knew exactly what is going on over here. It is a discussion with Officer Smith, go figure, and let me know what you think in the comments. More to come, guarantee it. Good morning, everyone. So this is Jason Ard. We are going to call the Sheriff's Department and ask them why there are no public officer complaint forms available. I don't know if I'll be able to get in touch with him, but we're going to see what they've got to say about it.
For calling the Livingston Parish Sheriff's Office. If this is an emergency, please hang up and dial 911. For dispatch or communications, press 1. For the detention center, press 2. If you know your party's extension, press 3. Otherwise, please hold for the receptionist. Nothing has been selected.
McKnight.
This is Officer McKnight, you said?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, how do I get in touch with the Sheriff, Jason Ard?
Transfer you over to his secretary, and if he's got time, he can talk to you. If not, I should take a message for you.
Okay, great, thank you.
Yes, ma'am.
Officer McKnight, that was. Hello?
Yes?
I'm sorry, I can barely hear you.
Yes, ma'am. This is the Chief's office. Can I help you?
Hi, I need to see if I can talk with Sheriff Jason Ard.
Okay, ma'am. The secretary seems to be on the other line. Yes, who's calling?
Well, I'm a citizen and I just have a couple of questions for him.
Okay. Do you want to leave a number with me and I will have them give you a call back when it's available?
Is there a time that I
Is there somebody
could...
else here that can speak to it?
Well, I've been asking around about this, and it seems that only Sheriff Ard has the answer to it. So,
What type of issue is it?
are you a deputy, or who am I talking to?
I am the secretary to the chief's office, the chief of operations. So you work directly underneath the sheriff. So I was thinking maybe you can answer your question.
The chief of operations? Yeah, let's try that. And what's his name?
Okay. His name is Brian Smith.
I'm sorry, Brian what?
Smith?
Smith?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. I'm sorry, I'm having a hard time hearing
I'm
you.
not sure why. Yes, ma'am. Hold on 1 second, okay?
Okay.
Ma'am, just a moment. I'm going to read.
Okay.
Can I help you?
Hi, who am I talking to?
Brian Smith.
Brian Smith. Okay. Yes, connection is much better. Okay, I had seen a video about a couple of people wanting to come in and get an officer complaint form, and they were denied. I guess the policy is...
No, they wasn't denied. They
They eventually, and I don't know why it took so long, but they gave them the information to the Internal Affairs Division to contact them.
Okay.
And then you can go online and file a complaint anonymously as well.
Uh-huh. So what I was wondering...
They just didn't tell them that exactly.
Yes, I did see the video. Yes, I'm fully aware of what they were told. What I would like to know is, why are there not forms available to the public? They can just come in and get a form, take it home, fill it out, and then bring it back, instead of talking to Internal Affairs, because that's pretty intimidating.
Well, Internal Affairs gives the forms out, and that's what they were referring them to, Internal Affairs. If you needed a form, you can come up there and pick one up today.
But why would we have to go
They
through...
will give it out.
Why would we have to be confronted with another officer to get a piece of paper that should be publicly available? I mean, I thought maybe we could see about I'm sorry, did I say something funny?
I didn't laugh.
Oh, because it definitely sounded like you chuckled a little bit. But what I'd like to know is, can we somehow get the forms printed out and put on the counter instead of having to be confronted by an Internal Affairs officer?
You can come up here and pick up a form anytime you wish. Just come up to the courthouse and ask for Internal Affairs, and they will give you a...
So that's kind of the problem. A lot of
Or you can
people
go
don't
online.
want to talk to Internal Affairs. And a lot of people can't get online. A lot of people can't get online either. They don't have a computer, or whatever the reason may be. They just want to, they saw something, heard something. They just want to come in and pick up a piece of paper and fill it out just to bring it to the sheriff's attention. I'm not understanding why that's not available to the public to be able to do it like that.
It is available, and you can come up here right now and get a complaint form if you wish to have one.
Oh, so they are out on the counter? They are readily available? I don't have to talk to Internal Affairs for it?
You ask for Brian Smith, Chief of Operations, and I will give you one. Okay?
Okay, but why do I have to come in and ask for an officer to hand me a piece of paper? Can I just...
file a complaint?
I would like
Because
to...
I can take a complaint over the phone if you want me to.
No, because, he said himself, Jason Ard said himself, if you didn't write it down, it didn't happen. So I'm trying to bypass that not writing it down because it didn't happen, right? So,
Well, you can go online, and there is an anonymous complaint that you can file online.
but what I'm trying
Do you have
to...
access to a computer?
What I'm trying to figure out is if we can get the
Do you have
papers.
access to a computer?
I personally do. Okay?
Okay.
But there are
All
people
right.
out there
Well, you
that
can
do
go
not.
and
Can you
file
stop
that.
interrupting me? Because what I really would like to know is if we can get those pieces of paper out on the counter so that when the public comes in, they don't have to be confronted by a police officer. Maybe something
The
happened.
public comes in every day, and we accommodate them on their on complaint.
Is that right? Because I
On a
think I
regular
remember
basis.
back in
You didn't ask to
2014,
file a complaint. You asked for a complaint form.
I'm pretty sure back in 2014, an officer came to you guys to report, to report a crime, and it wasn't written down, so it didn't happen. And in the next 5 years, children got hurt. So what I'm trying to understand is, how do we get it to write down? Right? How do we get that form so that we can write things down?
I just explained that to you. You can come
Okay,
up
but
here
I don't
and
want-
fill a form.
Just say that I, in particular, want to come in and file a complaint. Okay? I would like to be able to
Ma'am,
go
you
to
can
that.
come up here and file
I
a
don't want
complaint
to,
anytime
but
you
what if
want.
I don't want to talk
So
to
you-
an officer just to get a complaint form?
Well, where do you expect to get a complaint form from?
It should be readily available on the counter for anybody to come and take a copy. Instead
All
of
you have
having
to do is
to,
ask for one.
that's the problem. It should be readily available without us having to ask for one. I'm not understanding what the policy says. That, you know, what does the policy say? We have to go to internal affairs to file a complaint?
Our complaints go through internal affairs. That's who investigates our complaints. But that doesn't mean you can't file a complaint. You don't have to actually speak to internal affairs to file a complaint.
You just told me I have to talk to internal affairs to get a piece of
We direct
paper.
all of our complaints to internal affairs, which in turn you can get a complaint form. Or if internal affairs is not available, we'll provide you with a complaint form. That's not a problem. Or you can go online and do a complaint form anonymously.
Or I should be able to walk into the office and pick up a form, right?
Well, come
See,
up here
this
now
is the thing that this is the transparency that's not happening and should be happening, especially with this department. You don't have to argue with me, hon. The thing is this department has a serious lack of transparency, and children got hurt because of it. So what I want to know is how are we going to...
You have a nice...
Really? Because his name's Denny Perkins.
I understand that he's being tried for his crime.
Exactly.
He's gonna
Exactly.
go to prison for the rest of his life, and I hope he does.
But see, it wasn't written down, so it didn't happen. So more children got hurt because of it. Your policy needs to be changed. We should be able to come in, get a piece of paper without having to be confronted by a person with a badge and a gun who is friends with the officer that we have a complaint about. Right?
Ma'am, you can file a complaint anytime you wish.
Okay,
You said
so
you
the
have
papers...
access to a computer.
So the papers should be sitting right there on the counter when I come in, right? I don't have to talk to an officer. The papers should be sitting right there on the counter so I can just...
We don't have to question you about the complaint. We will give you a complaint form.
But what if I didn't want to talk to any officers at all? Why should I? You're not understanding my question, and I don't know why you're not understanding it, but I would like to know...
My answer.
Oh, I understand perfectly, and it's lack of transparency. That's a lack of transparency.
I'm not arguing with you.
You don't have to argue with me. Just put the papers on the counter.
Have a nice day.
Let's be transparent. Yup, just like a pig.